I think I'm streaming. Can you go check to see if you see
I,
anything?
I'm on YouTube now, and I you are live.
Am I?
You did it.
Yay!
Uh,
I accomplished a mundane task by myself. I'm not completely inept after all.
yes.
That's great. Now,
Fuck.
You might
explain.
want,
It
you might
crashed.
want to change the title, however, because it's currently Odds and Ends Gaming Stream Dead by Daylight 10/28/2018.
Ah, yes. Damn your complex set of tasks. uh,
If
yes.
you're watching in the future, welcome to the stream. We have, as always, Espionage DV7. Say hello.
No.
Fair enough. Obsolete.
You.
And joining us for the first time, Eudaimonium. Now, Espionage, why don't you explain to the lovely boys and girls how you and Eudaimonium know each other?
We don't know each other. I've never met him before in my life. This is true.
Oh.
Yeah, I just randomly wandered into a Discord channel.
Yes. I forget people all the time. No, I'm kidding. The Eudaimonium, I've known him for quite a while, as I have known you through my DeviantArt page. Became friends off of our mutual appreciation for fanfiction, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Mass Effect, more like Mass Effect, not all fanfiction.
Well, Mass Effect fanfiction. My
Sure.
my fanfiction.
Yeah, that would be more correct.
I was trying to avoid that in particular, but yeah, that'll work. But yes.
I'm trying to view the YouTube stream you put up, but it's frozen for me. Anybody else getting that?
Yeah, well, it's frozen because I'm all tapped out. I'm trying to figure out how to change the name on the stream because it's on Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, it's dead.
Okay, so
I can't hear.
Hello, Ring.
hi.
You can join us.
So
Ring, you left me to my own devices. I fucked up the stream.
okay, well, let me teach you. All right, let me see.
Hang on.
No, it's working.
Well, yeah, but it's
the tutorial ring.
You have to edit the title.
For those three of you watching, thank you for putting up with our technical difficulties.
Let me fix it.
I can fix it.
I already got it.
Fine, you fix it.
I'm already there. Calm down.
Alrighty. Anyway. I have no idea how we invite each other to groups and stuff.
Well, that's easy. In Warframe, if your friends are online, just open up the chat with T,
Oh, then.
and then just type /INV, short for invite, and space, and just whatever username you want.
That's pretty user friendly.
Well, okay, there's a way to go through the menus, but it's quite a bit longer.
I don't think he was being sarcastic. I think he actually meant it.
All right, now.
Oh.
Because to me it is in user friendly as well.
I saw your invite, S, but I'm still doing the tutorial thing. I
Oh,
think.
okay. What's up, Ring?
Hey.
I'm gonna open up the game. You can try inviting me if you want.
Sure.
Well, that we've got most of this all figured out, would one of you care to explain what this game is?
I'll leave that to Eudaimonium. He's the one with the most experience.
Well, the game is a 4-player co-op MMO. It's, as you can see, set far in the future of the solar system. It deals with various warring factions such as Grineer and Corpus. You are playing eponymous Warframes, which are suits of armor of incredible power, and you do various missions to unlock the whole solar system and to reveal the backstory of the game, which is pretty cool.
That is kind of cool.
So I was under the assumption it was like an alternate galaxy or we were aliens. So this is the future of humanity, which is why I seen some characters with humanoid faces just evolved or advanced or augmented or something.
Well, you probably saw Grineer. They are not evolved or augmented. They're more like too ugly because they clone themselves over and over and over, and they basically degraded into these violent
chaos theory
maniacs. Yeah.
Interesting.
And multiplicity.
Michael Keaton.
Sure, why not?
Is that the Michael Keaton movie?
Yes.
I heard he's coming back to do a new Beetlejuice. Is that true?
Yes.
I'd love to see a new Beetlejuice. It's
movie-
showtime.
That movie scared the living shit out of me when I first saw it. I was 5 and far
That
too
is-
young.
That is not a scary movie. I love
It's
it.
not. It's not scary.
Here's the thing: I was 5, didn't know what it was, and it was at the very ending scene where things go off the wall.
Ah, yes.
So, like, to come into that without any prior knowledge of what this was scared the living shit out of me. So, yes, I'm a pansy.
Step right up. Don't be shy.
Hey, babe, what's going on?
I mean, I've seen it since, and it's hilarious. But
I'll tell you
What?
one thing that maybe the only person here ever got to experience. Ring, did you ever see X7 Inferno in its full glory back in the day when we used to have our anniversary celebrations for X7?
Not the Inferno map, but other ones.
So then nobody has ever got to see it in its full glory.
We did this past time, didn't we?
It was broken.
That's right.
Send me another invite. Or am I in your group, Espionage? I think I am.
You can hit escape and just check out the top left of your screen to see if you're in the group with anyone.
Yes, I am.
This content, a man in a white suit running around a room, we know this is the content you subscribe for, if you even do subscribe.
I briefly played this game on the PS4 a couple of years ago, but I never really had a chance to get in depth with it.
If you played it a couple of years ago, it was quite different than it is now, so...
Gotcha.
What time is it for you, Uda?
Currently, that would be 8:21 p.m.
Ah, so you're just getting off. Oh, well, not. Well, yes, you were talking about this earlier. I don't think we were streaming at that point. Udemonium is a game designer. And
Actually,
he
not.
was just.
Actually, a programmer, game developer.
Programmer. Very different.
I'm not. Please do expound on that because I don't know the difference.
Well, a game designer is somebody who sits down and actually designs the systems that are going on in the game on a more abstract level. For example, a blocking mechanic or a melee dodging mechanic is a system, and somebody has to figure out how it fits into the gameplay. That's what the designer does. A programmer is the one who sits down and actually makes the game do that.
The ones and zeros, the scripts, and all that in the back end.
So you're basically the grease monkeys. So they've got
Sorry, what?
the one who figure out, okay, how do we actually implement this?
Yeah, you can say it like that. Yeah, sure.
What have you been working on?
Currently working full-time job in a small indie studio for one game, and then when I get home, I take a rest by working on another game. So do not recommend.
All right, sorry about that.
What's for?
Sorry, what?
I was
What's this?
momentary, away from my computer.
AFK.
Yes.
Sure. You asked me what studio I worked for.
Yes.
Well, you probably haven't heard of it because we haven't published anything yet, but we are being funded by Crow Team. You might have heard of them, creators of Serious Sam and Talos Principle.
Talos Principle. Okay, I know that game.
Yeah, so great bunch of guys. Met all of them. It's a great pleasure to work with them. But anyway, we're like a small 5-man team working on an indie game. Kind of hoping to. Well, don't want to say too much. You're gonna see it next year probably.
No spoilers.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'd like to extend a proposal here. you said that we would be your managers of human resources, or not human resources, public relations. Fucking human resources.
Yeah.
I'd love it if you were to give like Odds and Ends Gaming some kind of like exclusive sneak peeks and stuff to your new game. If we can get ourselves some hype around ourselves at some point and build some hype for your game, I think that'd be something that'd be mutually beneficial to all parties involved.
Absolutely, but I can only do that for my own personal project, The Heaven's Curse, the game that I'm building, which you tried the demo of. I can only do that. I cannot speak for the actual team.
Of course, man. I would
I
not,
imagine.
nor would I expect you to.
Sorry, I imagine Pro or whoever this studio is already has their own dedicated public relations department and don't rely on programmers to bring in their.
You would be
Oh, yeah,
quite
they-
right.
There's all sorts of stuff in place with all kind of things.
Hey, the fact is that we can actually get we have the foundation of a team. We've got voice acting. We've got some graphic artists, some writers.
Eh,
Then there's Ring.
yeah.
Ring will be.
I like how you just named all the specific roles of a game developer, and then you just went said, and then there's Ring.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of point. And yes, absolutely. I see you in my team, but I don't know what we're supposed to do. I'm waiting. Or are you in the game? Should I call you Eudaimonium or Z?
Whatever is easier for you. I prefer Z. It's snappy. You can hear it through voice chat. Easy.
All right, Z. Are you in game? Does it go by Eudaimonium or does it go by, or what's your in game thing so I can invite you?
Same. It's Eudaimonium. You can just invite Eudaimonium.
He will be the one making sure all of us creative types stay on task. That'll be his job.
Well, I think
There you
Absolute
go.
is probably the most organized of us all.
Maybe.
I could definitely double as a spokesperson. I have no fear of public speaking.
Oh, that much is obvious.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, I think everybody knows what that's supposed to mean. I was captain of the speech and debate team in my high school.
Yes, you've mentioned that.
Several times.
I'm proud of. Oh, what? Oh, cool! I just learned a new move.
I'm kidding.
He tends to flaunt it around a bit.
Hey, high school was my prime. That's sad.
High
but
school,
still-
high school should never be anybody's prime.
Well, it was mine, so shut up.
Oh, that just means your best days are ahead of you.
Okay.
Insurance.
I don't know how far the tutorial goes, because I'm already doing a mission to enable to bust somebody out of a prison.
What Ring? You way past the freaking tutorial, I think. 'Cause- wait, is
Hey,
it?
to me it's a tutorial until you unlock all the things.
Well,
Oh,
okay, so I'm still on my ship here.
yes, and doing quite a sickening acrobatics routine. Please stop. I'm getting quite sick.
Are you?
No, it's just a lot of flashing imagery combined with the fact that it compresses slightly. So it's like watching an animated film made out of mosaics.
So like a Michael Bay movie.
Okay. So how do we like meet up?
Send an invite to Ring.
When you are all in a squad, whoever invited everybody else is the leader of the squad, and when they launch a mission, everybody else joins the mission.
Cool, okay.
The mission.
What's your?
You can also invite people to your ship, but I'm not sure if you unlocked that thing yet, so I'm not gonna try
is
that.
it ringleader or ringleader 064?
Ringleader 064.
I just sent you. an invite.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start a mission. Scanner off.
Hold on. Let me fucking join first.
No, we're going already.
And there it is, the trademark Ring noise of disapproval.
Oh, you think that's the worst, the most disapproving noise I ever heard from Ring was when I gave my amazing pun that he had no appreciation for. You remember that?
What was
No.
it?
Mr. Anomo. There was a character in a zombie game not called Mr. Anomo, and you could hear an audio recording of him going into some room, and then it was like, oh, I don't think I'm alone, and you could hear snarling, and then nothing. And I turned to Ring, of course, metaphorically or in game, virtually, and I said, hey Ring, would you say that it's a safe assumption that Mr. Anomo is Anomo?
Well, that's not the pun I thought you were going to go for.
And he
I thought
just
you were going to go for. I think it's a safe bet that he's not alone, Mo.
alone Mo.
I hate you all.
And he just gave the most disapproving. He was like, like he sounded legitimately disgusted.
I usually like shitty puns, but this is off the charts.
All right, so
So what are we doing?
I'm trying to start the mission, I guess. Restore the ship's comms. Is that? I guess that's the only mission I have. So.
Oh, you still have to do that. Go and do that, then we can go to the mission.
Are you serious? So I haven't unlocked. Oh man, I thought.
Ah, damn it. Alright.
The rest of us can watch Jesse on his own channel and make color commentary.
Sure.
All right, I'll try to breeze through this. I did not know. I thought that being on the ship
This will
was
be a good
already.
introduction for me and the other person watching on how this game works.
Alright.
So we can't start this mission together, or we have to do it separate?
I thought we could, but I guess I was wrong.
The Ascaris is working,
Ugly face.
breaking through. I see.
By the way, say hello, other person watching.
There's another person.
As well, me, and then there's two people watching. So there's me, and there's someone else.
Oh, how about that?
That would be me. I guess.
Actually, no one who is not in this call is.
It is midday on a Sunday.
Do we even have an audience at that point? Or are we just jacking each other off?
Well, whatever floats your boat, pal.
I mean, I wouldn't say no, but it would be weird.
At least have the courtesy for a reach around, right?
It's a goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around.
Are you intentionally playing like off the left shoulder camera instead of right one? Or was that by accident?
No, it was intentional.
Oh, wow, you're a weird person, you know that?
Yes, he's very weird.
I like it better because that's where my mouse is.
It doesn't matter, your character's on the... whatever.
And why did can't?
This game doesn't have friendly fire, does it?
Nearing the console.
Nope. Well, unless you get radiation, elemental damage, but that comes later.
Alright, just a heads up, espionage is pretty crazy with the
I
friendly
am
fire.
not any worse than any of you.
So what's going on? I'm fucking confused.
I'm still. Oh shit! I think I was supposed to go up. Oh, am I going the wrong way?
So basically, what happened is Espionage hadn't actually finished the tutorial yet.
I thought I
And
had.
is actually doing the prison thing. Yeah, that's a rescue mission. You're gonna have to get used to that.
And so we're watching him do it on the stream.
Right.
You're on the sensors
You're one
now.
step
For
ahead of
those
us,
of you
man.
future, this is a color commentary to a time-delayed stream. So
So
I was wrong. I was wrong.
I guess I'm not finished the tutorial yet either because I just finished that one,
The segment
but then I have another one to locate
Head to
a
extraction.
Conjury segment.
well, Z is the one who's actually finished the tutorial, so he's the one to ask the questions about stuff like that.
Revealing.
Okay.
To the best of my knowledge, once you get to the point where you can invite people in your squad, you should be able to play all the missions with the squad. So I'm not sure why exactly it kicked us all out and left Espionage to play alone.
Well, I'm in a squad with you right now.
Sure, but we're not in a mission or anything. We're just waiting around.
Avoid alerting any enemies patrolling the vault. All great.
I guess I'll keep going on these missions then until I hit a certain point. Seems natural.
I think we should all wait for Espionage to finish and then re-invite him back to the squad and then actually launch whatever missions you guys have.
That'll work. Somebody else to be the leader. I vote for Z.
Alarm
Silence for a
successfully
bit,
hacked.
so I'll see you all in a
location
moment.
is returning
Cheers.
to normal security levels.
Well, then in that case, he's one mission behind me.
I'm gonna look it up on Wikipedia, see at what point can you do squad missions with other people. I think you should be able to by now, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I love the movements of this game. It's so fluid.
No, yeah, I think this game has the best control scheme, the player control scheme of all games. It's so incredibly precise. It's I would say predictable.
What the hell is that? Oh, reindeer dogs.
Wow, you are on a time delay. Hold on a second, I see it. That would be wild kubros.
Reindeer dogs.
Yeah, sure, whatever. You can own one as a pet.
Oh my god, they're bat dogs actually.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Wow.
Guys actually got a pretty good voice.
Combos.
Alright. There's a big engine looking thing here. But I guess I'm supposed to go around.
Just follow the green marker. This is your extraction area.
Oh shit! Oh, I thought it was it.
Rina, get here.
Oh, I found some iridium.
Iridium? There is no iridium.
It's purple and it glows. It's iridium.
It's not iridium.
Yes. Actually, Jesse, there's a question I've been meaning to ask you ever since I found this out about you.
What did you find out about me?
Oh, why? You loathed Team Fortress 2.
I don't loathe it. I'm not a fan of it.
He's a clown about it.
A clam?
Clown.
I'm not a. I played it and it didn't appeal to me. That's all. I don't know.
No. He openly insults it at any opportunity whenever it's brought up.
Okay, that's a lie.
Why though? What didn't appeal to you?
Because I guess I got so used to the style of Team Fortress Classic that Team Fortress 2 just didn't do it for me.
He solemnly expects Valve to develop the same exact thing over again when the reality is that it was an outdated and unfortunately dying formula.
They replaced skill gameplay with hats.
And what's wrong with that?
I don't need hats, okay? I have hats.
No, but you need a continuously updated game that has something beyond.
I don't have anything against people
the
liking it.
post-fight
Okay, sure they like it. So what? I mean, I'm fine with it.
You bash me every time I say I liked it.
I have not bashed you.
Yes, you have.
The only thing
you have voiced your discontent.
Okay, look. The only person that gets bashed here is me, and that's been pretty obvious. All I've done is been kind and nice and generous to you guys.
You keep telling yourself that. You keep telling yourself that.
Shut up, Ring.
All lies. Just like that deceit game. You just lied to me. You lied to everybody. I can never trust you again after that one deceit game.
What one deceit game?
When we murdered me as an infected.
Was that you? I didn't even know who it was.
It was me.
You weren't important enough to remember.
You fucking clown
Okay,
shit.
mission success.
Holy shit.
Alright, if you're done with the...
Returning to
how
the
would I
main
say?
menu.
Hopefully we can actually get some stuff done now. Well, you can
Sure,
I
will say you only have to solo the first 2 missions, so that will be that. I think that's the second mission, right?
That was the second mission other than the escape from the waking up thing.
Sure, I think now the next mission we can do is...
Engaging.
So send me an
Welcome
invite.
back, operator.
Let me figure. It's me and Ringleader in a group, so if I cannot send you the invite, he will.
And I'm espionage DB7. There, I
One word?
Communications
Yes.
online.
There you go.
And
I
Ringleader
must
invited me
analyze
to a
what
game.
Boris
Where does
Ascaris
it
is
say?
doing to your Warframe.
Uh,
This technology is
How do I
beyond
accept
the
the invite?
Grenier. It must
Hit
be
escape.
corpus origin.
Yeah.
oh, accept. There we go. Obsolete.
Thanks,
Join
Will.
the ground.
Aston Martin DB7 is a really, really silly little car.
Hey, you do not bash Half-Life. You do not bash Aston Martins. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. You don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim.
I see your ships.
You see,
I
Oh, nice.
But the DB7 looks like the unfortunate child of the old Aston Martin in the 1990s.
well, to be honest, I like the espionage the Aston Martin DB5 more than the Aston Martin DB7, but DB7 just sounds cooler.
Meanwhile, my name tag actually came from Daniel
From Dan?
Segovia.
Oh, really? Daniel Segovia.
Yeah, he coined the name Ringleader back in freshman year when we were
Oh, wow.
before we started playing TFC as a clan.
Is grateful.
My name is a reference to James Bond. Espionage, of course, being spy
The
work, and
operator is
then
now connected
the
with
Aston
other
Martin
tenor
being
in
one
the
of
system.
the cars.
The operator may now contact all black market
So,
scumbags.
in any game, you'll find me under either Friday 064 or Ringleader 064 typically.
Excellent idea,
Does
Ordis.
reasons.
Tenno.
My name came from, I have this hobby where I just think up character names because I find it very fun.
By the way, you should be able to access or activate the mods portion of your ship.
In this case,
Yeah, that's pretty important.
compensation will not be credits.
Very.
It will be
Charles
freedom.
Henway was an incredibly British name, and I am an
You need to
Anglophile,
break him
so...
out of a Grenier gulag.
Hey there, I'm Charles Henway, that kind of thing.
Okay,
And,
so how do we start a mission?
Thanks.
Well, the next
Same.
mission, you have to go to your pilot console, if you
Navigation.
will. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you should have
Liberate the
a
imprisoned arm deal. Do I have to do that one on my own too? The imprisoned arm?
I don't know. You hit the mission, and it's gonna put up a vote. If we all agree to it, we all go to the mission.
Okay, so who's the leader?
It
I
doesn't
don't know.
matter.
You just put the mission.
Okay, well I got the next one as being liberate.
Go.
Fine.
Cool.
Okay, and then a vote, and then we
No.
vote.
How do you? Okay, there.
All right, we'll start with something basic, I guess. My
You
helmet.
guys all
is-
picked the same weapons in the tutorial level. Sorry for interrupting. I just want to say you all picked the Breton assault rifle. How come nobody picked bow?
What stealth?
so I'm guessing that you're the one in the red glowy ship, and we're the ones in the big giant.
Yeah. It could be.
Well,
Sorry.
I was going for auto fire.
I was in here first, so they all copied me. That's.
Listen to you being full of shit again.
Damn! Look at him. He's
The
all.
arms
Nice.
dealer is named Darvo.
He's
being
got a-
held in the prison
He's got a
block on the
manta
other
ray
side of
dog
this
and
factory
shit.
complex.
Is that a Pokemon?
Alright.
Yeah, that's a Pokemon. There's
What the
Pokemon
fuck?
in the game.
Yeah, let's go.
Ah, cool. Let's do it. What's the mission even?
How many Grenier slaves
And
died
Jesse
to build
decides
this
that he
place?
does not want to be a part of the mission and jumps off the entire thing.
Oh
If
shit.
you have suicidal thoughts, you can talk to us.
I'm not suicidal.
Remember that video? Yeah,
Darvo
I remember that
was
video.
out for himself, but he is
Crossing the line, do you
towards
think?
Tenno. The
No.
Grenier must have found out.
The Ascaris is working, breaking through. I see the shadows of your mind.
Who the fuck is Ugly Face?
Don't let Vor
That's.
distract
Oh my
you.
god, have you not paid
Focus
attention
on
to the
the
video
mission.
at all,
It's
or
our
any part of this
only
I
game?
hope.
have,
Figuring out
but
this
I
link
don't
with
like
him.
him. He's ugly, so I
He
don't-
was the first guy you read in the first fucking part of the game.
Hey, who's getting overexcited and angry now, huh? Do,
Yeah,
do not
so you're
insult
doing
me
shit.
with your belligerence, okay?
Well, it's not belligerence when the fact is you ignored a whole fucking fraction of the game and didn't even pay attention to the characters that was plastered all over me for it.
Hey,
God damn.
well, getting a little espionage in your voice there, ain't you?
No, this is Ring.
You shut up.
Shut up, Ring.
That was more directed at you, if I'm honest.
Who's the one that? He's the one that was ranting.
Yes, but I stepped out of the room for a moment, and when I came back, I heard him say "shut up," and then you were in that tone of voice you are when you're really worked up about something.
I was not in any tone of voice.
Not anymore, yeah.
When the Guardians of the Galaxy 2, it's like, this is my voice.
That's. I don't even know what. Everybody's just running around all over the place. We're not even.
Alright,
Killing
everybody.
everything. Killing everything before you even, you know,
This is the
get to it.
prison block. If you can avoid detection by the warden, it
Yeah.
may be easier
Hey,
to get Darva
stealth.
out.
Avoid detection. Okay.
Bypass the security. So
You avoid
we can
detection by
enter.
not failing the damn control check.
We're stealthing. Okay.
Somebody else needs to also open the door. That's a co-op door, so one guy cannot
See,
leave everybody else behind.
you're Czech, right?
Sorry?
Czech.
Checkmate. No, Croatian.
Listen, sorry. What language do you speak there? I don't actually know.
Croatian.
I should guess. Well, what does it sound like?
I think he's trying to hint you that he wants you to speak your language.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Right, sure. What do you want me to say?
Say ringleader is a doof.
No, just say hello
Wow.
there.
Hello there. There's like a million different phrases you can use for hello. By the way, you need to hack this console over here. Anyway.
Alright, say that. You need to hack this console.
There you go.
Moraš hakirati ovu tu konzolu.
That's
Jawohl! I mean, no.
That's German, you idiot.
Okay,
That's-
vámonos muchachos. Tenemos que procesar.
Search these.
Ándale,
cells
ándale,
for
arriba,
Darva.
arriba.
He has to be here somewhere.
Yes, I'm going to hack this computer by typing randomly into space.
I owe you for this, Tierno. I will get my entourage to meet us in orbit once we're clear of this
Te
mess.
debo algo, general.
Extraction is ready. Remember, your success here.
Alright,
depends
now
on getting
just
Darvo
sprint
out
towards
alive.
the green marker on your map. Whoever it is we're rescuing is just gonna teleport up behind us. There's no need to wait him for it.
This guy.
Oh, we need to hack this. There we go.
Polayar Tamulkaya Torna Gurtel.
Man, beef jerky face keeps showing up on my screen.
Well, yes. he's
Don't
important.
worry, we get to kill him in a short while.
You mean he's not the game's main villain?
Hell no, he's a tutorial boss.
Wow.
He's our most beloved commander who just killed within the first portion of the game.
Kind of like Kurt Russell in that movie. Not Kurt Russell. What the hell? Steven Seagal in that movie Executive Order.
Sure, why not?
You ever see Executive Order?
To give me influence. Shall we see how those shields work?
I notice we have purple shields right now.
The Ascaris is letting Vor control your shield.
Hey, Jesse, do you think there are iridium shields?
Avoid taking
Which
damage
Jesse?
while
There's
you
two
have
of Jesse's in here.
Referring to you.
Alarms successfully hacked.
And
The location
no, I think
is
they're
determined
probably
along secure levels.
kinetic barriers.
Don't forget to pick up this.
What the heck is going on?
A lot of things.
Come on, that's good.
Let's go, run for it.
Man, I'm just hearing noise.
Yep.
Oh, lasers. I don't like lasers.
The line is reset.
Oh, I do think I took the wrong way.
Hey, I actually would like to ask you a question. What was your opinion on Mass Effect Andromeda?
Sorry, we who are in the game cannot hear.
Yeah, it's very hard to hear. There's a real loud noise.
Sorry.
It's a part of the tutorial, don't worry about it.
Dude, I just gave this guy my weapon. Give that back.
You're dead bad.
Does the noise stop?
The hostage is safe now. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, the moment you take off the device on your Warframe.
God. That was loud. Anyway, I heard somebody ask a question about Mass Effect.
Andromeda, yeah.
Oh.
It was, what's his face?
What's his face?
Shut up,
I'm
Ray.
bad with names to a certain point.
Segment now. Ordis will be delighted to show you.
Who asked the question?
And what was the
May
question?
I recommend fire?
What's his face asked the question?
The Englishman.
The Englishman. For he himself has said it, and it's greatly to his credit that he is an Englishman. I won't do that. I won't do the rest
Is
of
he
it.
in the chat?
Not
How do
anymore.
the mods work, Z?
How do the mods work? Well, hold on. The moment I figure out the shortcut for the Discord thing. Alright, there we go. You go down the ship, there's an arsenal pop-up. You see that? Where you choose your Warframe and weapons. Sure, so pick the weapon you want to mod.
Operator,
You
I
hit
linked the
upgrade.
mod segment to your arsenal now. No need to thank me. Upgrade your Warframe now.
Now, your weapons have a certain number of upgrade slots available per se, like capacity. Most upgrades are 2, and your current weapons only have 2 capacity, so it's going to kind of even up real quick. Also, your suit, your Warframe itself also has an upgrade capacity, as well as your staff, or your special weapon, which is, I think, the Eternal Blade or whatever. But you really won't be able to upgrade that right now.
When you level up your weapons, they gain capacity. That's how they become stronger.
Thanks for helping me out back there. I'm in your debt.
Now, I noticed that some of these have things like flawed. Is that the quality of the mod?
No, that's only available during the tutorial. Actually, the flawed or broken or damaged mods, I think they're called. Whatever, right? You're not gonna actually come by them in the normal game. That's only the tutorial.
Gotcha.
A lot of my customers don't live long with these.
Yeah, it says flawed. It used to say damaged. That's why they got this like a crack across the image.
This guy's little screen won't go away. I'm trying to look at some of this stuff. Go away.
Vor's
Oh my
Ascaris
God.
is burrowing into your Warframe.
Can you hear me now?
I'm worried it will affect
Yeah.
your
Yes.
mind.
Where did you go?
I can't lose you, Tenno.
Sorry, I
We must
left
restore
my
the
computer
ship's
unplugged too
foundry
long.
immediately.
Anyway, what's your opinion on Mass Effect Andromeda?
Have the foundry technology.
Who are you asking?
I am certain. that
Anyone,
shared
but
with
you in
Its
particular.
location has been added
Well,
to your
I actually loved it. I
navigation
finished
console.
it once, started a new game plus. That's where I am now. Bought the original one and everything.
Really?
Yeah, I actually really loved the game.
I decided not to play it. One, for financial reasons that I could not afford it at the time, and two, because I feared that it would besmirch the original trilogy for me. I felt that it would give me a bad taste in my mouth for you know, the original Mass Effect, which I think is a masterpiece, and I heard like virtually nothing but bad things about Andromeda, so I kind of decided not to get it.
You play Mass Effect for the story, and the problem with Mass Effect Andromeda, though, is that an incoherent story from beginning to end. You can tell where the writers had quit, and then a new writer had joined, along with a change in directorial, since the game director changed that several times throughout the development cycle. On top of that, though, the graphical issues, especially with conversations where the character models were all goofed to fuck. Of course, that's the developer's own fault, because they used a third party to develop it in China based on a totally different system compared to what was used by the core developers. My big beef... Now, I will say, though, the gameplay was absolutely fine. The combat was amazing compared to previous Mass Effect games. But I already saw flaws in the writing from the get-go, from the very start of the game. I felt no sense of urgency. There was no direction. You're just kind of there, like, hey, we're in a new galaxy. There's nothing threatening us, and whatever this is, this seems to be a local problem. And for some reason, there's only 2 races in this entire area, compared to the usual, you know. And then, of course, the Quarians mysteriously disappearing too, just as a cheap way to write them out, was also ridiculous as well. I could not stomach it past a certain point.
I can actually address some of those if you're interested in hearing an explanation.
Sure, go ahead.
Who is slapping their computer? Don't do that. Anyway,
It's the impatient one.
so yeah, you mentioned that you can see where some writers quit, others joined, and the break in continuity. That's actually not how it works. You don't begin writing the game from the start and then just change writers midpoint. That's not how the game development works. It gets written start to end in a very rough sense, in a very incomplete state, and then you refine it as you go. Problem with Andromeda is that it has not been refined enough. This is, of course, the symptom. The cause was that the game during the development, it had a lot of conflict in the higher vision, like what is the game actually supposed to be? What are the aspects of the game that hold up its gameplay? And they had this like No Man's Sky like procedural planets system developed, practically good to go, which they scrapped not 12 months before release, I think. The majority of what you see, 95% of the game that you see, is developed in the last 18 months of the development cycle. So, given that, it's not an excuse, I know, but just as a matter of fact, it's pretty impressive what they managed to accomplish in those 18 months. Now, sure, I would have absolutely loved that they did the entire game start to end, but unfortunately, that's not what happened. They developed a lot of things, they scrapped a lot of things, and they were chasing themselves in circles until they brought up one of the old developers. Who was it? Mac Walters, the lead writer, I think. He was the one that was like a year before release. He got hired to sort out this shit and to ship it out the door, and basically what you see is the product of his work. And unfortunately, they didn't have time to polish it up, to bring it into presentable state. But given that it's... when you put everything in perspective, it's kind of impressive.
Would you say an impressive failure?
Absolutely. Yeah. There definitely were times where I thought and said, okay, what the hell is going on? It's not how it works. I don't know, if anybody is about to play Mass Effect Andromeda, can you let us know so we don't spoil any plot points?
I don't have any intention of playing it, so as far as I'm concerned, you can, you know, say whatever you want. I don't know about Obsolete. I don't think he's a Mass Effect fan, but I have no idea if he intends to.
Just espionage, like spoiling things.
Yeah, you just couldn't keep that. We're having a civilized conversation, and you just couldn't help but taking a cheap shot at me, right? It's just like.
By the way, spoke.
You just had to throw that in. We're having a nice discussion, discussing a game, and then espionage is the one who did like to do this.
You are friends, right?
Who's the immature one?
Well, I was being immature until you brought up, you know.
Oh yes, they started it. It's going to make you sound so much more mature.
Hey, I don't need to be mature. These guys have drained my maturity.
You can't drain what you don't have.
The time for civility long since passed. And look, I updated my colors. Look, I've got odds and ends gaming colors.
Yes, white, blue, and red.
How long
it's not bad,
one.
What?
I was asking Z how long he's been playing this game.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear it. I've been playing... It's a good question. I think it's like 3 years now, but it's been on and off. Sometimes I'll go an entire month without playing it, and sometimes I'm gonna binge play it until 3 in the morning, so...
Z.
Yeah?
What's your opinion on games as power fantasy? Is it healthy? Is it not?
Power fantasy?
Every single game is built around a power fantasy, so to speak. Every single gameplay mechanic is designed to power. What? What?
Obsolete fell, but he managed to recover. I was about to laugh.
Oh yes, I see it. That stream just caught up. But anyway, you were saying?
I was saying every single action game is built around empowering the player. That's how it works. That's how it needs to work. Otherwise, it's boring. So yeah, I've got nothing against it, and especially in Warframe,
On that note, you may want to go watch a review me and Obsolete recently did on a game that we had been playing called Dead Frontier. One of the biggest drawbacks for that game for me was the fact that it doesn't engage the player. The quests are redundant, the settings are redundant, and it just the monogamy just wears on you incredibly fast. Now, Obsolete liked it. I myself did not so much, but you know, I did touch on that, so you might want to go watch the latest review or the latest video that I posted for that.
Sure. Give me a link on the Steam or Discord or something, so I'm gonna check it out later. Whoever is the Obsolete, I think is the first player. So when you hit G on your keyboard, it puts up a waypoint. Everybody can put their own. So make sure you don't leave those behind. It gets confusing.
Oh,
Okay.
how do I get rid of the waypoint? Oh, there we go.
Hit it again. Yeah.
But my question is this: is it healthy? Do you think?
Sorry, you're sounding kind of muffled.
Sorry, I was saying, do you think it's healthy, a power fantasy?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Why not? It's fun.
Maybe
That's
just
the entire point of the game. It's
not
fun.
physically. But keep in mind, he is talking as a game developer, so he probably is going to tell you yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, it can add years to your lifespan.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to think about that question you're asking yourself though, because we play games.
I'm kidding.
Shut up. Talk. We play games, put ourselves in a position of power to control our own destiny within the game, and also control, in a sense, the destiny of others. So that question is
depending
really
on the game, but yeah.
Yeah, that question is kind of an irrelevant question in the long run in the grand scheme of things, because why else would you play games in the first place? Even fun is a power fantasy.
What about horror?
Not everybody plays a video game to feel empowered. Some people play it as an escape from their...
That itself, though, is our power fantasy.
But what about
Not necessarily. There's games where people just play things like like freaking VR chat, which I think is considered a game, and it's just a social, you know, online game, a way of associating with friends.
But what about a game, say, like Amnesia, where you do not have power over that hunt you? You don't even have a way to combat them. You are at their mercy. That is not a power fantasy.
Yes,
but it's a question of immersion. Do you like to be immersed into another world?
Exactly. That actually makes you feel the raw emotion. Somebody's looping back really bad.
Yeah, somebody's got the streaming speakers.
Who is that? Is that me? Well, anyway, like, yeah, immersion is the thing. I can't talk without.
Welcome, Mike.
And it seems to be just only for me.
No, we're all good.
No, I hear it also. And I sound horrible.
Hello?
Yeah?
It was Charles. His mic was an open mic, and it was looping the YouTube feed.
Charles?
Yeah, he's watching the feed.
Yeah.
Who's Charles?
Pana.
Will.
Him.
Where did you get the name Charles?
Because that's his name.
I tried to tell you this earlier, but you were talking over me.
Your real name is Charles?
No, it was just, I just come up with
He made some names.
Oh. Well, yes, I know that. But he didn't say his name was Charles. He said...
It's the Charles... Oh, my God, it's a name of the Discord. Jesus Christ. Situational awareness, man.
It was a fake name that I thought matched the picture.
Oh, Charles Hen... Oh.
Jesus Christ.
We got some resources over here if you want to pick them up. Something cool.
Anyway. The other reason I ask about this is that I'm reading an article right now about the dangers of games on the human psyche.
Oh, there's no dangers of games on the human psyche.
That's just feminists and social justice who are trying to influence.
I think that's one thing that me and Ring can actually agree on.
That's an ongoing thing. That's
not necessarily feminist social justice, but just that people...
The ones who champion it, though, are typically of that nature because they want to destroy the male power fantasy.
The male power wow.
I don't know what anything of this means.
The male
Yes.
power fantasy.
That's pretty much another way of saying we want to destroy video games and take it away and stuff like that. And neuter
I
the game
always
as well.
forget you're a Republican.
Man.
Not always,
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
but that's neither here
So
nor
moving
there.
on from that can of worms. So, how for those of you who are playing this game for the first time, what is your opinion of it? Is it fun?
It's like Destiny.
It's too easy right now, but I'm sure that'll change once we get into higher levels. Plus, we got like a level 89 super badass with us.
19 or something like that, but anyways.
Hey, I don't math, okay?
I know that.
Insurance
Quite
sales.
obvious.
When you are
I believe part of your
proceed
job
to
is
the
mathing.
navigation console.
No, not really.
Not for the customer, it ain't.
No, there's very little math involved with my job. Basically, my job mainly entails on applying coverages, describing and interpreting coverages where applicable, you know, identifying underwriting reasons where somebody might not be eligible for a
Wait a minute.
certain type of insurance, risks that might be involved with insuring a certain type of customer, a certain type of home, property, or client. That's my job. There's very little math involved. I'm all basically the coverages side. Now, the one that is the side of insurance that involves a lot of math is an actuary. They're the ones that set rates, set risk factoring, stuff like that. I don't mess with any of that. So, as far as
If
like,
it's not too late, actually, I would like to backtrack this conversation into the power fantasy thing and the effect on psyche, as Charles so adequately put. I'd like to actually discuss this a bit more. Where were you going with that?
well, Rings thinks it's a hindrance on the male power fantasy, and the social justice warriors are
No, you're going a different direction on that.
Okay, say it your own way. I mean, I'm not. I don't mean to. I'm
No,
not trying-
no, you're going a different direction now. What he is pointing at is what Charles' intention behind the question was.
I'm reading this article, and the thing is that while there are good power fantasies, for those who basically find their only validation through the fantasy, it can start to bleed into normal life, and the sort of thing of like, I'm a level 40 paladin. I don't.
No, see
I
this.
don't
This
deserve-
I agree is true, but this is true for any hobby. Somebody who maybe makes model planes for a living, and that's all that they do. Basically, they become obsessive with it. It is not. You know, just isolated to video games. That's the thing.
This is D&D. This is football. This is even ballet.
there's people who
This is
are
even
like,
you know, things that are not necessarily male focused.
yeah,
There's
anything can
almost
be any
anything.
hobby. Anything can be you can become obsessed with and become obsessive with. So it's not basically video game is a scapegoat for certain things. Video games are scapegoats for things like that. But any hobby of any kind, sports, fanatics, religion is a big one. There are people that are so obsessed.
Oh
with,
yeah.
Yeah. So no, I don't agree with that at all. It is.
I agree with Jesse. He put it rather well.
Now I do want to ask an opinion to somebody who I've been gaming with for years, who's been rather quiet. What do you think, Obs?
As long as the game is good.
How do we move forward? There's no
But
clear
what do you think
down
it
here,
negatively impacts the human psyche, causing existential crises for those, you know, that are self-absorbed in such games?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Some people take it to the extreme, but I mean,
This stream is getting quite deep for this channel, really. Perhaps too deep. So,
What is that supposed to mean for this channel?
Yeah, what's that supposed to
Yeah.
mean? Are we not capable of having deep inconsequential whatever thoughts or some shit?
oh, we are.
Is
We
there
are.
some
But
reason that
it's
be
just,
limited to some sort of subject matter?
we do have these
It's over here.
conversations. It's just usually
Found
punctuate
it.
them by beating Jesse down until he's looking at a mirror and crying.
What the hell is that? Well, wow, you admit it.
Okay,
Can
I
we
have no
cut-
idea how to move forward.
Yeah,
nope.
we'll figure it out. It's gotta be. Let's see. There's gotta be a path. Just look for secret doors. And what is this whole beat Jesse down crap? Okay, you guys have got to beat me down because your own self-esteem is in tatters. Okay, and you need to find some way to. You're basically bullies, is what it is. Okay, I
Are
can't.
you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Yes,
No, not really, actually.
I am. I'm very sure. I have a very healthy self-esteem.
Why don't you get your self-esteem over here where the rest of the squad is?
Well, I'm actually was looking for the
Yes.
exit.
I'm busy climbing a tree. Shut up.
Now you listen here, buddy. You don't. I will not be talked to that way.
Yes, sir, Mr. Espino, sir. I am sorry, sir.
Yeah, that's right, Oliver Twist.
What, Dobby?
Would you like some tea, sir?
Chop chop.
Yes, sir. Just a moment.
Wait, I don't like tea.
is-
I don't know.
Marry to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye to Piccadilly.
You know what? Let's keep this up. I actually like that philosophical, or not necessarily philosophical, but the more profound conversation. Let's keep that up, or find a different topic. I got a topic. Unrelated. So let me ask you a question, and this is no way, shape, or form related to real life. It's just a complete 100% hypothetical. So let's say that you have a.
None of the scanners have detected
Hang
him.
on. Okay. Let's say you have a coworker that you've worked with for years, and they are assholes, right? And like they steal your lunch. You work in like a big office facility, and they steal your lunch every single day. And you've already told them not to, but they don't give a damn. They're assholes about it. You brought it up to management. Management has done. They just basically have words with them, or basically give them a slap on the wrist. But no real action has been taken. Now you become privy to the fact that this person has a severe peanut allergy, to the point that it will kill them. Now, and let's say that one day you decide, I'm gonna spike my food with peanut oil. And if that happens and they steal your food, is that considered murder?
Yes, because you willingly did it.
Yeah, but I didn't give him.
With intent.
I didn't give him my food. I didn't.
No, but you specifically put.
Someone's stealing your
He would
lunch?
take the food. So you're putting him into a situation where
They put themselves into that situation. Nobody has told them to take my
Basically,
food.
it's the same argument.
No, but see, here's the thing. Now, if I had put poison into it, sure, that's poison. But this is not poison. This is peanut oil, which is poison to some, not necessarily to all. So,
Okay.
Well,
I want.
technically speaking, technically speaking, you are still intentionally doing it to harm somebody. That's
maybe I just
criminal.
like the taste of peanut oil. Maybe I just like I like to add a bit of piquancy to my food.
So what you're basically saying is
if you
someone
had
is
something like a
stealing your
peanut butter
lunch.
sandwich, like a food that has peanuts in it, but to spike your food with peanut oil?
Yeah, I like the taste of peanut oil. Why not? I don't see how that should be or would be considered murder. It's like it'd be like if somebody got into my car and had an accident and killed themselves. Because maybe my car had a certain feature, or maybe
This analogy, this would be like a man about to steal your car and you cutting the brake lines.
Or maybe
Yeah, that's
what if
basically
I have
that,
a car that isn't working right? Maybe it has brake. I haven't been using it, and the brake line is cut, and I've been meaning to get it repaired, but I haven't been using it. Somebody comes and steals it in the middle of the night, and they go and kill themselves. Is that murder? That's basically akin to the same exact thing.
The difference is, look.
Alright, so we have to apply U.S. and Texas common law to this situation. It may be different for Europe and overseas, however in the U.S., so if you were stealing something, then that overrides the whatever happens beforehand. Now, the only
Especially here
time
in
it becomes
the
an
state of
issue,
Texas.
yeah, it's Texas, yeah, property laws are a huge thing here. If you're guilty of stealing something and then it caused you harm to your own well-being because you didn't know what's in there, you would not be considered guilty of anything because the person stole the object and therefore is at fault. Now, that being said, there is a fine line. Now, say for example, you set a trap in your home with the intent to maim or kill.
Yes, that presents.
But
that is what's known as absolute liability, and the proximate cause of of the claim. Now, if a robber broke into your home and slipped and fell, there is no absolute liability because the proximate cause of him falling and maiming himself is in no way, shape, or form because of what you did. It's like that lady who stole that package and fell and broke her leg. That's not your fault. However, having the proximate cause be something relating directly to what you did, by liability laws here in the state of Texas, you would be held completely liable and punishable by the full extent of the law.
However, in the case of the peanut oil, though, he would not be because he put the peanut oil on his own food, not in an effort to taint it, but because he wanted it on there. If the person who stole it and then ate it got killed or had a severe issue with it, they would still be considered theft and would not be liable because the fact is the person took the risk of stealing something and then consuming it in the process.
So you guys like the game so far?
God bless Texas is what I gotta say.
I cannot believe, but I've agreed with Ring on two subjects now.
Oh, hey, look! I'm coming from hell, and it's frozen over.
Yeah, pigs are flying about.
By the way, I proofed on this. How do you swap weapons? Not between the melee and the range.
Tap F. Tap F. Don't hold it.
Okay.
Just tap it once.
I kind of just did nothing the entire mission. I was like, man, I don't want to shoot this fucking pistol. What am I doing?
If you hold, it switches to melee. If you tap, it switches weapons.
Gotcha.
But anyway, I like that.
I know my shit.
Come on, somebody else present a topic. Come on, before again,
All right.
odds and ends talk.
Pineapple. Is pineapple on pizza heresy?
No.
Yeah.
I've eaten pineapple on pizza, and it's fine.
You are an absolute heretic, and you must be strung.
I must be strung.
Cheese pizza is not cheese pizza. Or it's not pizza. It's just cheese bread.
I agree with Obsolete, but I don't mind pineapple on pizza. Okay, who here now? This is for Obsolete and Ringleader. Who has been to Lulu's? That
yes.
restaurant that serves a big ass cinnamon rolls. Okay, those are not cinnamon rolls. Those are cakes. Any pastry that is that size, covered in frosting, is by definition a cake. I don't care if it is rolled. That is a cake. That is not a roll. And you will never convince me otherwise.
But a roll doesn't necessarily have to be a certain size, though. You can have a miniature roll and it'll still be called a cinnamon roll.
See,
size does not dictate it, motherfucker. You're not going to do this argument with me.
Yes, it does dictate it, because then cupcakes would not just be called cupcakes. They'd be called mini cakes, or they'd be called cakes.
They're not called mini cakes in any fashion whatsoever. What are you, some sort of fascist dictating that a cinnamon roll is a cake?
Once an object reaches a size akin to, let's say, fucking, I don't know, I can't think of something that's a mayonnaise jar, okay? Once it reaches that size and it's a pastry covered in frosting, it is no longer anything other than a cake. It is a cake.
But it's not a cake.
It is a cake.
It's not a cake.
The cake is not a lie. Or the cinnamon roll is a lie.
The cinnamon roll is not a lie. It's a factual object.
It is not.
How do you explain world records then? How do you explain how even Guinness defines the cinnamon rolls beyond a certain size?
I don't think I've ever heard. I don't think I've ever heard a Guinness World Record for world's smallest cake, because they have to be a certain size in order to be considered cakes. Otherwise,
it just doesn't. No, but
otherwise they could take a fucking.
A cake is a solid mound of bread.
Go on.
Whatever. But a roll is designed a certain way with the way it
is a cake because by its size,
it is not a cake.
By size alone,
it is
that
not
defines
a damn
it as a cake. It is a
cake. People are arguing over something that is very easily Googleable.
But go on.
What's the next mission?
Next mission is going to be.
What's the next topic?
Wait. Am I still streaming? Hold on.
Am I still streaming?
Cancel that.
Am I still streaming?
Yes, you are.
Let me check it. Yeah, you are.
Yes, you are. You can stream for an hour and 2 minutes.
Good. This is
okay.
fun. All right, give.
So the latest mission I got is locate the foundry segment.
All right, come on. What's next?
Sure.
What's next? Let's talk. Or actually, anybody else want to weigh in on the cake thing? Z.
I've got.
I don't give a fuck.
He's like, I just came to play Warframe.
It's
a cinnamon roll
philosophy, and they have it
defined by size.
You're being very esoteric with that search. Okay, it's of course. just start the next mission. And let's switch the topic, okay?
Okay, may I?
Yes, by all means.
I've been reading Stoic philosophy, and the Stoics have this idea that one should become with the worst case scenario, that anything else will be a pleasant surprise. Now, this is my interpretation. It's not exactly the academic interpretation, but
Basically, prepare for the worst, hope for the best.
Yes, but do you think that's a good idea to sort of always assume the worst, so that when the worst doesn't happen, you are pleasantly surprised?
It has served me well, actually. I do kind of live by that mentality. I prepare for the worst case scenario in anything.
Vote.
How do we vote?
Escape.
Yes.
And then there.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, I do that. And it's not necessarily because I'm like thinking that that's going to happen each time, but I want to be proactive in my approach to any situation to the point where if something bad is going to happen, that I have already come up with possible scenarios and solutions for said situation. So
Isn't that basically driving? That's basically driving, right?
basically driving.
Yeah, like on the road, in your car. You absolutely assume that everybody wants to kill you, and you just prepare for everything.
You're not wrong.
I mean, in this city, yes.
I was afraid.
In every city, you haven't seen driving in Zagreb. Jesus.
Any signs of living colonists.
Humanity as a whole sucks at driving, but anyways.
I've seen some bad drivers in Houston, man. I've never driven in Houston, but I've gone as a passenger in Houston, and holy shit, man, they are cycles in Houston.
I've been to Houston several times. Oh shit! Though.
Have you driven in Houston?
So,
Yeah, I had to recently.
Yeah. Is it bad? Because
I had to cut in and out. I didn't go anywhere. I just went straight from point A to point B. I was like, nope, not doing this shit. Getting the hell out of Dodge.
This was once a
That I did during rush hour.
colony until the Green arrived.
Alright, so yeah, that was an easy one. Yeah, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
well, not necessarily. How would you say? You don't have to assume everything's gonna turn out for the worst. Yeah, prepare for it. That's a nice way to put it.
Alarms
Contingency
reset.
plans.
Exactly. Obsolete. Give us a topic.
What?
Give us a topic.
I came here to play. Let's talk about Warframe.
Alright, let's talk about the philosophical implications of playing. No, we already did that.
Okay, how's this? If there is a force...
I still don't think I should be held accountable if my coworker dies from peanut allergy poisoning. If I
You wouldn't be. You wouldn't be. 'Cause you're not liable.
Oh, let me posit this. If there is a force, powerful force,
and meets an immovable
That
object,
can-
would it be able to move it?
oh, you're not far off, but basically what I'm saying is that if there is a force in the universe, a powerful force, but a force of the universe itself, be described as a god, or is it just a force as natural as gravity?
I'm gonna kind of put a pin in that particular topic, and I'm gonna say this. I have a theory, and I'm just gonna sum it up, and then I'm not gonna discuss it any further. I feel that I myself have figured out religion, and it's so much simpler than people make it out to be. Honestly, I think at the base of most, if not all religions, to a degree, is basically the doctrine, be good to one another. It's humans and our own faults that distort that. We turn it in, misconstrue it, and turn it into something else, something impure, something bad. But I feel that I have figured out religion. Religion is basically be good to each other. Be good people. Be as good as you can be. Help each other out. Be good to one another. You know, give of yourself to others. That's
AKA, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Is that what you said?
Pretty much. Yeah, that's the bottom line. Don't get
basically,
there.
that's my view on religion. I think that is the basis of religion, and I think that people are the ones that have turned religion into something bad and misconstrued it into, you know.
Well, if you want to, if you reach deep into, you can say that, you know, how you say it's been misconstrued is sort of in its own way a power fantasy. It's connected to that other question earlier today. A lot of times, just not being delved too deep in it, but you know, often religion is used as a power structure.
Yeah, well, people will, you know, apply, modify, warp, you know, their own religious views to fit what they want them to fit. Like I don't like gay people, so I'm gonna pick and choose whatever I can. I'm not saying me, man. I'm not saying me. I'm saying that
hypothetical.
Yes, I'm saying like if somebody says, "Oh, I don't like gay people," so I'm going to pick and choose, you know, things from the Bible that support that claim. I'm sure I can pick and choose anything. Like if I have something against freaking pineapple pizza, I'm sure I can find something in the Bible that would you know support that somewhere.
Well, our confirmation bias.
Leviticus
exactly
34:12.
The worm will be in your stomach, and I will control.
So yes, basically that's
Warframe of yours. I will.
You made your point. It's well made.
Mother, and bring you home.
So that's true of anything in humanity, not just religion itself too.
But religion is one of the most powerful, you know, driving forces.
If I may, I think Charles' original question was if there was a powerful force, could you interpret it as a god, right? Or did I get that wrong?
The original question.
Yeah, sure. So
is that if there are forces of nature, can you consider forces of nature God, or do they require agency to be
I believe that is the doctrine of, what is that called? I know there's a state of you know, a state of belief where basically they believe in a higher power, but they don't know exactly what it is. They don't basically. What is that? I know it's on.
Agnostic.
Agnostic. Yes, that's the word. That's what word I'm looking for. You know, there are agnostics who basically believe, yeah, there is something possibly, but I don't know what it is.
if I may, basically you ask, could a powerful force be interpreted as God? Well, see, I would say the following. God and religion is a human construct. Powerful force in the universe is not. So you can define God or religion however you want. You can define it to be a powerful force, you can define it not to be a powerful force. It depends up to your interpretation, right?
Yes.
That's correct. So, for example, one set of humanity may interpret force one way, while another set of humanity may interpret it a separate way. For example,
Exactly.
primitive and advanced societies clash, and often the primitives would often see it as a godlike ability, like, for example, science or technology.
Now, I myself am a spiritual person. I do believe in God and all that. But I will say that I do not believe in choosing science over religion or vice versa. I believe that the two can work perfectly in harmony, in tandem. And I hate people that feel otherwise. Or I don't hate people, but I hate the mindset.
Well, to reinforce that, a good portion of scientists are also religious as well.
Yes. There's this doctrine in the Catholic Church by Saint Thomas Aquinas, who's one of my favorite saints. By using our God-given gift of knowledge, you are in fact bringing yourself closer to that spiritual realm by trying to figure out something.
Science is merely the language we decode in order to understand God's workings.
But let's move away from religion.
No. That was I need to remember that.
No.
What did I just say? What the fuck? That was awesome. What did I say? I said something. What was it? Fuck! I lost it. Damn
You
it.
lost it. It's over. Just watch the recording later.
Shut up.
Science is the language with which
By which we decipher God's creations. There, that
If
is.
you'll all shut up for just a moment.
You shut up. Shut up, Ring. Science is merely the language we decode in order to understand God's workings.
There. Yeah.
There we go. I like
luckily
that.
we got it on recording.
I like that. And then put in quotes and then dash espionage DB7. Anyway.
Boundary segment.
Anyway, let's somebody was gonna change the subject away from religion. I'm fine with that.
those little cookies. Those little cookies in San
No,
Antonio.
not the cookies again.
Now look, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna talk for this one more time. I just looked up cinnamon buns, and cinnamon buns are buried from place to place. There's no standardization.
Boundary
You can
restored.
eat a dick.
Here, the operator will craft
Wow.
many powerful weapons and tools to
You're welcome.
create
Well, you know what?
for dismantling
It's
to
subjective,
expand
okay?
your arsenal.
It's subjective.
Oh, no.
It's open.
Operator, our
Yes,
component
I was
storage is
talking about
limited as
the
well.
rosa cookies. Those little, those little
Sure.
rosa cookies that they have in San Antonio.
Jack up the
What
components.
cookies?
Operator,
Monster
we need resources in order to build the counter.
Hold on, I have some here. Let me just find them.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Z, how do the
Cinnamon rolls.
microtransactions work in this game?
Sorry?
How do the microtransactions work in this game?
You buy platinum. That's it. That's how they work. You can go to Warframe website and just buy platinum, which is the premium currency. And that's it. That's basically it.
That's how they make their money.
I'm
so
a
you,
female.
you can play the game without the microtransactions.
Not only that, you can actually earn platinum in the game when you get some rare drops, like Prime stuff. It's called Prime Warframe parts and Prime weapon parts. You can actually trade them to other players, and they can give you platinum for that. So you can basically have everything in the game, including the premium currency, without paying a cent.
That's awesome.
Microtransactions. Discuss.
They had their place, but unfortunately pushed way too hard by certain parties.
Agreed.
Well, that was.
It takes
Well, here's
away
the thing,
from-
right? Here's the worst thing about them. They work.
Yes.
That's the problem. It's like, have you read those earning reports by EA, by Ubisoft, by how much is made up front by buying the game and how much is made through microtransactions? It basically overshadows it.
Now, I will say though that an addendum to that not all microtransactions are bad. However, though, if you base your game and have, for example, the EA fiasco involving Battlefront 2, where you have half your game designed to work around those loot boxes, specifically actual gameplay affecting things, then it does become a proverbial cancer. However, though, certain other platforms and games that offer microtransactions function just fine because the changes are only cosmetic. Like, for example, Overwatch. There needs to be a clear limit on what the microtransactions impact. If it gives you an advantage, then clearly that is a quote cancer. If they do not, and they do not have gameplay impact, but are there for the option to have a pair purchase, which, you know, good for you, then by all means do so.
We have no one watching right now.
So that's fine.
It's being recorded for later purposes.
The stream automatically records, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And besides, I'm enjoying this conversation. This is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
not worried about the stream.
So the cookies I was talking about are De La Rosa cookies. Dulce de
those
Cacao
cookies.
Fruit. Anything to do with that?
Do I have anything to do with that?
Yes.
De La Rosa is actually a pretty common name in San Antonio, and no, I do not. And I do not like those. They're powdery and just all around not very good.
They are peanuts, so you can use it to kill that coworker you were talking about.
Wow.
Wait, what? It was hypothetical. It was hypothetical.
Yeah, sure.
They sell anything to anyone.
So you know a guy that's going through this situation.
No, it's just something I was thinking about, just wondering. That's all.
It's like asking about porn for a friend. Everyone knows what you're talking
Alarms
about.
have been reset.
Shut up, Ring.
What?
I said that, not him.
I know, but second nature.
Brings a scapegoat.
Apparently.
What's
Alright.
it like? What's it like living in Texas?
It's
Also here.
It's actually well, we live in San Antonio, which I consider to be a very progressive city, very tolerant, very you know, open-minded, and just all around good people. The people here, I think, are real nice and just real good people here. We have some real nice tourist attractions. We've got the Alamo, we've got the Tower of the Americas, which was built in the 70s for one of the World's Fairs.
We got the San Antonio Spurs.
The
Go Spurs, go.
Spurs, yeah, world champion Spurs. So yes, I love San Antonio.
You've got those weird medals that places give out.
That's the Fiesta medals. That's what you're talking about. We got Fiesta! We got Fiesta, man! It's the second biggest party in the country. I think second only to Mardi Gras, and we don't get like stupid rowdy like fucking people in Mardi Gras do.
Oh, you give medals.
Yeah, exactly. Make people feel good. Gotta love San Antonio.
Yeah, I visited San Antonio 2 years ago now, and I've just...
The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas.
Alright, where are we going?
Up here.
All my exes live in Texas.
Tell me about it.
For as good as San Antonio is...
My ex lives in Chicago. No, actually, she moved to Georgia. Oh, shit, damn it.
Yeah. For as good as San Antonio is, it does not have the animatronic Lyndon Johnson.
Okay, you're not supposed to jump down there.
Yes,
Alright.
I did the same thing. And died. Animatronic Lyndon Johnson?
Yeah, at the Lyndon Johnson Library in Austin, they have an animatronic Lyndon Johnson.
And yes, I remember well that you had come to San Antonio 2 years ago, and unfortunately we weren't able to get together. Hopefully you can come again soon, or maybe I can come up to Chicago. I'd love to visit Chicago again. I lived there for about a year.
Yes, how was your ex?
How is my ex?
Yes.
I have no idea. I
Yo,
haven't kept
grab
in
this
touch.
resource pickup over here.
What?
What the hell was that?
That was Ring.
Hitting back.
That wasn't me.
Wasn't it Ring?
No.
No?
Who did that noise?
The Englishman.
And why did
Look
he
like
complain?
fungus growing on them.
What's growing on what?
Everyone in this game looks like they have a fungus growing on them somewhere.
We do, I think. There's some
It's a
kind of-
restraint. There's
Oh.
a story behind it. Where's everybody at?
I don't
All
know.
over here. Yeah, doing whatever.
Well, I was right next to you, but there's something over there that says New Roads.
Yeah, I marked that pickup.
What's this?
Good work, but you're not done yet. Find the next cache.
Fuck.
You almost have what you need.
Who's got the TV on in the background?
You have murdered my sons and
Pardon me.
disgraced me before my queens. But
Well,
Usually not,
more
usually
than-
not noticeable though.
Asgars will complete
Beef
its
jerky, please.
task and bring you to me.
Should really
The
change
holiday season
audio.
is
Alarms reset.
are upon us, folks.
Oh, is anyone actually doing a Halloween this year?
With my boy.
Obsolete's big on Halloween.
Yes.
What are you gonna dress as?
You have to wait and see.
Shut up. Just
Surprise, motherfucker.
look here.
That's what he is.
Motherfucker.
I'm going as a homicidal maniac because they look like everyone else.
This is also true. People think that murderers are people or criminals like ugly monstrous things, but the reality is just an everyday person.
As a matter of fact, the most charismatic person you know may quite in fact be a psychopath. They, serial killers tend to be very charismatic, very, able to lull somebody into a false sense of security.
Yes, we are. Anyway.
Indeed we are.
Time for extraction.
You and-
All you came for.
Alright. Oh, Z.
Yeah?
Being not American,
The Asgars
what has your
rich
opinion of this country
wine
been over the past 2 years at this point?
You will return.
Past 2 years? Like, what are you trying to imply? Are you trying
Yes,
to
I think I know
provoke,
exactly.
provoke the... Yeah, we know.
That's political. That's political.
Alright. Well, I'll drop it.
Look, you know what?
Look,
I
man, we all
will
need to
opt
move,
out of
right?
the conversation if you guys want to bring it up, but go ahead. But I opt out of this conversation.
No, we're not going there.
We're not doing there.
Okay.
No.
It was a,
You will get a rise out of me.
it was a mistake.
Funny, I didn't expect you guys to be as touchy about this subject.
Well, we have very different views, and
I'm from the liberal coast, so it's
We'll just drop
shut
that.
up, Ring. Shut up, Ring.
Next topic.
Yes. Okay, so gummy bears, are they considered bear or candy? No, I don't know.
I'm just saying, geographically speaking, it would not be a bit loss if California just sunk into the ocean.
See, what the fuck, Ring? You're just talking about the deaths of like thousands of people casually. What the hell's wrong with you? Okay.
Geographically speaking.
Geographically, I don't give a damn how you're speaking. Okay, first of all,
Geographically, you would lose one of the largest oil reserves in the country. No big loss.
not to mention one of the biggest economic boons the country has. But yeah, sure, you talk casually about the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people like it's nothing. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and people like you say liberal snowflakes like it's nothing when you talk about mass fucking murder, mass fucking death.
Are we gonna drop this now? It's over.
It's over.
Z, how's Croatia?
Yeah, I'm doing my best to skip over the jokes, like not being shut up. Yeah, I'm sorry for that.
Z's our guest, so
Operator, are you
Sorry?
alright?
you're our guest.
This part of
So,
your
yes, please tell us about Croatia.
Well, beautiful country ran by horrible people. That's about it.
Now,
Isn't Croatia? I don't want to say it's a democracy. It's more like what, a republic or like an.
Tell us about the landscape.
Help
Tell
the
us about
operator.
what kind of tourism there is in Croatia.
Well, what kind of tourism? There's tourism. I don't know what kinds of tourism
Well, like
are
what
there.
are some sites that you?
If we were to visit, what would be some things for us to do there?
Yeah.
Well, the most popular tourist destinations are near the coastline, so all the vacation spots, like cities on the sea. Like Dubrovnik, you probably heard of that one. They recorded Star Wars and Game of Thrones there.
Really?
Pretty beautiful. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Hey, is it a new component or something, or what the hell?
when I deliver you,
Sorry?
This guy
Oh,
needs to
it's-
shut up.
our love will be reborn as we feed on the divine blood.
I'm at the foundry. It's telling me to make something.
Yes, how do we build?
Ronald Royal. You all know this name.
Die at last.
Why you know this
Father,
What?
grandfather.
So there's a thing.
Oh,
that
the Ascaris are Nadator. You need to make that.
Well, there's a thing that says, to disengages the Ascaris. What is that? What does the Ascaris do?
It's the
It's a
thing in your
restraint.
Warframe.
The restraint.
But what does it restrain us from doing? Like once we get rid of that, what we'll be able to do?
Story, dude. Story. Just don't ask questions.
Fine.
It's a story.
So I'm building it.
Well, basically,
it's-
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. You're the.
The beef jerky face guy you keep mentioning on the that appears every now and then, on your screen. That's Captain Ford. He placed the Ascaris on your Warframe right at the start of the game,
Right.
and he told you that he's basically gonna take over your entire Warframe with that. So you need to get rid of that fast.
Okay. I'm getting rid of it now. We're building this thing to do that. Anyway, yes. What subjects can we discuss that don't involve politics? That's a touchy subject, and
name.
we talked about video games. I am. What?
Okay, I got one.
Sure.
Okay. What in your own personal purview, based on what you have felt within the past several years, name your top 3 Star Wars films and why.
Oh, that's easy. 4, 5, and 6.
I would have to say in order. If I had to say order, 5, 6, and 4. No, 5, 4, and 6. I just love Empire.
I would say it right there, but you're forgetting a very critical film which became very successful, and in my personal opinion was the best of all the films because
What, Solo?
no, not Solo, not Solo.
One of the
Last
three.
Jedi?
In order from 3 to 1. Okay.
So
3
being
Oh,
the
that's-
less.
three
Okay,
at the bottom.
Okay.
Episode 3.
Here's my list. It goes.
I'm about to say my list. I'm saying my list right now. Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, and the top being Road One.
Oh yeah, Rogue One's probably number 2 now that I think about it.
I'm probably gonna get a bunch of guff for this, but I've never seen Rogue One.
Holy fucking
Great.
shit!
All right, quit the game right now. Quit the game. Go on to whatever service has it and just watch it.
I don't-
We'll wait.
I-
We'll wait.
On Netflix.
I don't have any inclination to watch it. I'm not.
You
gonna-
should, because it is a fucking masterpiece and is as true as Star Wars film is gonna get. There's not too much of the Force. Yes, it does an elaborate job of taking a minor story point and blowing it to a full-blown film. You see classic trilogy elements all over the place. Okay, you see much more X-wing on TIE fighter action. The best fleet action event in the entire Star Wars saga occurs in Rogue One, and some of the best land combat as well. It was elaborately done. Gareth Edwards was a godsend. He did everything right. Yeah.
Fudge this face again.
I fell out of love with Star
I
Wars.
thought
The Battle of
I thought I
Scarif
lost
was amazing from start to finish. And that
Anybody here a fan of 7, The Force Awakens?
Seven, you know what? 7 was alright. 7's watchable. That's the thing. It's watchable. It's not. You can't cringe if you're. You have certain things on your mind, but it's totally watchable. You can go through it and be like, okay, I was entertained.
Is basically, all right. We have the opening, and then the entire second act to the halfway through the third is just the plot is on hold.
I enjoyed the Force Awakens. It was a popcorn flick for me though, meaning that I watched it and that was about it. But it didn't it wasn't life changing or anything. But I enjoyed it.
God damn it!
To me, 8 was a disaster. The
Why?
Brian Johnson just trashed everything that J.J. Edwards had managed to build up from 7.
J.J. Edwards.
Sorry, what was the disaster?
Or Abrams, J.J. Abrams. Episode 8.
Last Jedi.
Yeah, I gotta admit, it's not as great as I hoped it would be, but I'm gonna put that one into the it's watchable basket, and I'm gonna put 7 in it's epic basket. If that's fine with you guys.
How do you guys feel about the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies?
It's great. I love
Great.
them all.
The only one I really haven't watched was half Black Panther and some of
Black Panther was alright.
Strange.
Now,
Sorry, guys.
let me ask you guys something about Infinity War. Why the hell
go.
does anybody need? You gotta go. Who's gotta go? Did I hear somebody say I gotta go?
The Charles
Englishman.
dude keeps popping in and out.
Yeah, he does.
The systems on this Grenier Galleon can be made
I was gonna say,
compatible with your
why does
ship.
anybody
Find and
need
extract
all 5
the
Infinity
navigation
Stones
segment.
if they have the Reality Stone? Doesn't that just change all reality? I mean,
But it does not have the impact.
You're stacking power on top of power on top of power.
And to accomplish what he wanted to do, he needed to do it in one swift stroke.
on the
instead
scale
of
that he wanted to do it.
which required all 5 stones.
But soon,
Which is, I haven't seen the first Infinity War in any respect really. I'm gonna watch it. I'm spoiled already, so it doesn't really matter.
You
But
haven't seen Infinity War yet?
They
no, but
spotted
I can be spoiled and be just fine. Because I'm not one of those. Can tell me about it, but it still doesn't change the fact I'd like to see how it unfolds. Does that make sense?
Right.
Oh, that's perfect with Jesse, like spoiling.
Oh my God.
Wow, I have to steer clear of this guy. Alright, anyways. And I see, I understand that he needed to wipe out half of all life in order to maintain life in a sense. Because it's rampant, consumption of resources or whatever.
See, now here's the thing. Here's
I
I don't understand why he's so obsessed with that. Okay, so his people were killed off, died out because of the fact they didn't listen to him, and he said basically we're going to be overpopulated, and they died off. But okay, fine. You have the Infinity Stones, then bring back your race, and then make all resources more abundant. You don't have to fucking kill off 50%.
Well, you have to remember he's called the Mad Titan for a reason. He does not follow the traditional logic. His mentality is warped in a sense. He's extremely cunning, but his goals are warped by his own madness. That's why he basically is like that.
In the
It's a plot.
comic.
It's a plot point. In the comics, he's probably more insane.
In the comic, he wishes to court death.
Yeah. Well, death is a thing in the comics. And it's actually a character.
Your face is a character.
Okay, why is it the wrong way?
It's down here somewhere.
Neural.
Yeah, no, it's just...
Grab the new roads. You're gonna thank me later.
I'll thank
Where are
you.
the
now.
Neros?
Cool. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, you're welcome.
There it is.
I
Okay.
already got him.
Got him.
I love that little sliding sword deal.
Now here's your question. Out of all the MCU films, what was your favorite?
Each time a new
Infinity
Avengers,
War.
yeah, each time a new Avengers movie comes out, it becomes my favorite. First it was Avengers, then actually no, Age of Ultron was good, but it didn't become my favorite. Then I loved Civil War. Then I loved Captain America, The Winter Soldier, and then I loved Infinity War.
My favorite is Captain America: The First Avenger.
Oh, that one's awesome too. I love all the Captain America films.
That one in particular.
I think Winter Soldier was a little bit better. Well, it's not even better. It's just it's more favored by me than the first one. But I love the first one.
Well, Winter Soldier. If you notice, and I think I elaborated with you personally, but I haven't really, on a larger scale, that each major character fulfills a certain genre of film. For example, Thor is usually whimsical, fantasy. Captain America is usually either war or
espionage.
Yeah.
Like spy stuff. Obviously, Iron Man sci-fi.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Black Panther sits really, but Doctor Strange is magic, straight up like magic users and shit. So it's interesting to see all that. Now, of course, the one film series we haven't really seen anything of since its failure is Hulk.
Hey, I like the Incredible Hulk. Not Hulk the original, but Marvel's The Incredible Hulk. That was a real good movie.
Yeah, but it unfortunately in the current meta, if you will, Hulk does not do well as a standalone character.
Which sucks.
He does great as a supporting character to the storyline or whatever it may be. He's great when he comes out, or or at least currently where Banner is having problems with changing.
Yeah.
Because Hulk doesn't want to come out for some reason. Well, Hulk's malfunctioning. He's having a bad time.
Yeah, he's basically he's being pussy. He got his ass whooped by Thanos, and he doesn't want to come back out.
The location is
Yeah,
returning to normal
he died at Ito.
security levels.
His Ito destroyed basically. Which a large part of Hulk is his Ito.
You know what? I got a question for you guys. You won't be able to answer this, Ring, because you haven't seen it. But in Infinity War, so they mentioned that Thor's new hammer has the potential, the ability to open the Bifrost, right? Did it also
the axe? You mean the axe?
the Thor's new axe. Because remember what the hell was
he went to that place to have it forged, and it was
what was the name of that? Eitri, the dwarf, basically told him it's a king's weapon. Potentially, it can even open the Bifrost. And of course, that's how he arrives on Earth in the Wakanda battle. He comes to Wakanda, and he arrives, and he's like, "Bring me Thanos!" But the thing is, how the hell did he know where they were? Does he also have the power of Heimdall to see now as well? Because, okay, he opened the Bifrost.
Dude, where did he send Banner?
Heimdall did.
Home.
Heimdall did. So not Thor, though. So does that mean that he has the power to see things?
Thor was present, dude, when that happened.
He did not send Banner to Wakanda, dude.
No, damn it. Maybe it does. It's not elaborated. I don't know.
Because I'm like, no. Hear me out. Because I was thinking it'd be funny if Thor just opened the Bifrost, ended up at like Avengers headquarters. There's nobody there, and then maybe Pepper's there, and he's like, where's Stark? And he just kind of
have to consider that they do have Asgardians do have some tech, and
Asgard is dead. There's no Asgard anymore. There's no Asgardians.
What's with the green checkpoint?
The green checkpoint is extraction. We're heading up to the optional objective.
Okay, optional for sure.
So yeah, no, it's just kind of funny to think about if Thor actually went and just teleported around to a few different places on Earth, trying to figure out where the hell he's supposed to go.
Well, maybe he did. How do you know that he didn't?
Yeah, it's funny to think about that. Oh, right into the Achilles tendon.
Power systems. Destroy
Wow.
the reactor.
Yeah, hack it with your sword. That's how you hack things.
That's how I hack things. Usually works.
Now, the red bits, those you hack with the sword.
Where's the red bits? Oh.
Alarm items have been reset.
The red icons,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
see 'em.
whatever. Or you can just shoot them, you know, you don't have to jump, whatever.
You said sword!
More dramatic that way.
Should take the
I took
pressure
you
off the colonist
literally.
ship, but you need to get out of
Yeah,
there.
my bad.
Get to extraction before the reactor goes critical.
Oh, critical. Okay. Going.
Okay, so we're headed to the green.
Yep.
Before we reach critical mass.
Okay, here's a tip for everybody. When you're running forward, hit control, so you're sliding, right?
Yep.
You know how to slide? When you're sliding, hit space or jump, whatever is your jump key. That's called a bullet jump. It makes you go a lot
Oh yeah, I've
faster.
been doing that.
Well, why are you so behind then?
Oh, because I was goofing around.
Ah, cool. No, I noticed people aren't doing that, so I thought,
Yeah, it doubles as an attack.
I'm
bullet
faster
jump.
than Alia. What the
No.
fuck?
No, it doesn't.
I've seen it like where I do that and it hits people.
When you hold right click when you're jumping, that's
Bam!
nice. Slow time. Come on. Woo! Yeah!
Has escaped. I admire
Yeah.
your noble intentions,
Hey.
Tenno, but you must
Right,
survive
it's on the
for
blaze
the
of blade
future
for
of
some
the
reason.
system.
Yay!
Interesting, like pods the way that we land on the ships and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So Z, is that the icon that you have? Is that a custom icon that you set, or is that just like an indicative of your rank, or what is that?
No, you can buy the glyphs on the market. You have a couple free ones,
When you are
which I
ready,
suggest you guys
proceed
pick,
to the
and you have
navigation
some you can
console.
buy with platinum.
Ah,
You just go, I don't know, do you even have the market console? It's like right on the right. When you enter the cockpit, it's on the right.
cockpit on the right.
Yeah, I
see
just
that.
know that.
Chroma Prime Access Pack.
Right, so anyway, you got categories up on the left. The icons would be... I have no freaking idea.
Ooh. 4v4. 1 versus all. Market.
Okay. I don't know. I gotta customize, mod my stuff a little bit. See if I have upgrades and stuff.
Sure.
What is this? Maduri, Version, Namoran. Oh. Okay, so Bane of Corpus. Where does it show the points that I have in this stuff?
Sorry?
Never mind, I got it. Let's see. I can buy that thing, but I think that's the one I already have. That takes 120. I can't buy anything. Wait, can I buy this? I can. What is this? This front is a standard shotgun. A shotgun, huh?
Oh, you're looking weapons in the market, right?
Yes.
Yeah, only the basic weapons, the ones that you got in the tutorial for choosing, only those you can actually buy pre-made. Everything else you have to buy blueprints and make yourself in the foundry.
Interesting pistol. Oh, that's a cool looking gun. It has like a classic look mixed with a modern look. That's very cool.
Which one? Which one?
The MK1 Furris. It looks
MK1.
cool.
I think I know which one you mean.
Yeah, it looks like a classic flintlock pistol, but it has a like a sci-fi aspect to it.
Yeah.
And so it gives you the option to purchase either with platinum or the blue credits.
Yeah, if you buy it with platinum, you already get the weapon pre-made with enhancement installed. We'll get to that later. If you buy with the blue credits, those are the regular credits you earn on missions. You only buy the blueprint, and you need to manufacture it yourself in the foundry.
And to manufacture it, you still need to collect the resources to make said weapon.
Yep.
More accuracy, bigger multiplier, higher fire.
There's a when you click the weapon in the market and you have the preview screen and everything on the right. There's a small credit icon right next to about. If you see that, you can see all the crafting materials you need to make it.
Oh, gotcha.
I hope I'm explaining this right.
Yeah.
Jesse, you got it?
Yes, sir. As much as I can. I actually just bought a pistol. That other one is actually a slight upgrade for me. I'm just looking at some of the armor and stuff, but I can't buy any of this.
Everything Warframe calls armor is actually just a cosmetic addition to your Warframe. So it's called fashion frame. It's the end game, right? You just make your Warframe as beautiful as you can make it. Everything else is on your Warframe as a stat. You have stat how much health, shield, and armor it has. Nothing except mods can change that. Oh yeah, don't forget to put mods on your Warframes if you haven't already.
Yeah.
I haven't messed with the mods yet.
Yeah, neither have I. Where do I go to do that?
Yeah, you just collect them regularly through the gameplay.
Gear. What is this?
Also, I think you guys, ringleader and obsolete, I think you can do the, what's it called, mastery rank test, because you have enough experience for rank 1, but you didn't take the test yet. You have to do that solo.
Okay.
Oh, let's see what I can buy companions.
Okay, so I'm in the modding area, and it says, I guess, fusion, transmutate, cell.
Well, basically, the most useful thing here is when you click any mod, you have fusion.
Where's the modding console at?
It's opposite to the foundry where you craft shit.
Ah, there we go.
So you click any mod and hit fusion, and you can use credits and endo. You collect that on the missions as well to make it more powerful, but it's gonna consume more capacity as well.
Oh, shield recharge. Let's see. Magazine warp. I want something. I've been using my sword a lot. I want something that's gonna increase my melee. Let's see. Organ, critical damage. Oh, yes. Start fusing into selected mod. Sure.
Okay, because I pick equilibrium, then I hit fusion.
Right? And then you have the little arrows for plus and minus, so you can add the power into it.
Nice. Yes, to choose the rank, right?
Yeah. You cannot decrease it once you upgraded it and confirmed it. You cannot move a model into a lower rank, only to a higher. Also, the game is going to warn you if you try to increase your mod too much. It's going to say, "Hey, you don't have enough capacity in your Warframe or in your weapon for this."
And all these mods are, how do you know that they're equipped?
Basically,
Um,
what you do is you select the mod, and in the top left-hand corner, a little thing lights up that says fuse into something or other.
Yeah.
And then when you click on that, something comes up in the middle, and it lets you choose the rank of the mod.
I did that.
And then if you max it out, like just hit all the pluses, and on the right-hand side, you'll see a thing that says apply fusion, and that applies the mod.
That's correct, but I think he asked, how do you know if a mod is applied?
Oh.
Here's the thing, it's not actually applied until you go into the mission. You can actually use the same mod on multiple weapons, because you cannot take all those weapons into the mission, you can only take one of them.
Hmm.
So it's, you could say it's not actually applied until you enter the mission.
Gotcha. And is there a limit to any, or I guess how many mods?
No, I don't think so. I currently have like 4,071.
Wow.
Okay, 3,656 of those are duplicates, so there's only like 600 unique ones. Now that I mention it, I could sell off some duplicates to get some credits back. Oh, it's been a while since I did some spring cleaning on my mods.
Ooh, this is what I want. Shield capacity plus 20%.
Make sure it's actually for your Warframe and not for a Sentinel. Sentinels are like small drones that go together with you.
Yeah, this is... I think this is for me. Let's see, where was it?
It says right on the bottom of a mod what
Yeah,
it's for.
for
It should say
Warframe.
Warframe, yeah.
I can only rank into 2, not 3. Oh well. Yes. Alright, so I upgraded my melee, I upgraded my primary weapon, I upgraded my shields. I'm good. I'm good for one more mission, and I think I'm gonna head out because I got some other stuff to do. And then, of course, get ready for the day tomorrow, but I'm down for one more.
Oh. Okay.
Why, were you gonna call it a night already?
It's like 10 PM, dude. I don't call it a night for 3 more hours.
Oh, okay. I can go
if
for
you
a
got some
little while
troops to run.
I can go for a little while longer.
Sure. How about the rest of you guys?
I'm fine.
I got about 30 more minutes, but I gotta go after that.
Oh, alright. Cool.
But no, it's definitely fun. I wouldn't mind doing this again. Definitely.
Yeah, we can do this. We've been doing this regularly, man. So we've been playing late nights, Fridays. Me and Obs do like a retro thing, or we're gonna start doing a retro thing on Thursday nights. Because I actually don't go into work late until on Fridays, so I stay up a little later on Thursdays. We do something on Friday nights, Saturdays, and we can do like Warframe
Anyways,
Sunday or something.
okay.
Damn.
Time to take down Captain Vor.
Oh, this is
That's gonna be a boss fight. I'm gonna park my ass somewhere in the corner and let you guys take care of it.
Alright.
So yeah, anyway, I've been having a lot of fun. I may not be as talkative as some, but yeah, I'm definitely...
What?
insane Ops. You don't shut up. Well, welcome to the fold, so to speak.
Yeah,
And
it's been real nice playing with you guys.
Yeah, it's been fun. And like I said, we will be doing this regularly. We're trying to see if we can get this thing off the ground here.
Yeah, for sure. It's just that when I've been playing the game myself, when I was starting out, it was a lot more immersive due to the lack of all the streaming stuff and everything. What the hell is on your head?
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. What the fuck? How did you put that on? Wow.
So anyway, I was just saying, I think the game has a lot more atmosphere to it and a lot more immersion than what
It's on the store for 1 blue credit. Under helmets.
I like it.
You like the game or you
yeah,
like
they
its
do
helmet?
this.
Both.
They do this regularly for different events. For Christmas, one time they did a special game mod where it was like a PvP event where players could battle each other with snowballs and candy canes. It was awesome.
That's cool.
This is only available for the next 3 days, so you better go patch in the store before you log off. The tape though I had on the helmets, yeah. The tape though I had to buy. I used the currency it gave me, but I had to get it because the tape was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dia de los Muertos type cake.
Yeah. It is the Day of the Dead set. Part of it.
Oh, you got the cape for the platinum.
Yeah. I just threw the 50 platinum I had. I didn't care.
Cool.
Have you played Destiny, Z?
Actually, yes, I have. Destiny 2. I purchased it relatively recently. I think 2 months ago. Yeah, 2 months ago I got it for the first time, and it was awesome. It was me and a buddy of mine, just the two of us. We did the entire campaign together and everything. It was great.
Mm-hmm. How do you compare Destiny to this game?
I don't. It's such a different game. I do not understand why people compare these two games together. It has nothing in common. Nothing.
I've seen people compare Mass Effect to Halo, which is the same thing. They have nothing in common other than maybe some of the more superfluous details.
Having played Destiny 2 and Destiny 1, I'm seeing quite a few similarities in the basic structure, but beyond that though.
Well, I mean, to start off with, Destiny 2 is a first-person shooter. This is a third-person action game, so
Also true.
immediately off the start, like the first screenshot of the game that you see is radically different. I don't know, and it really does play very differently.
Man, I'm behind everybody else's kicking ass. I'm over here just by myself.
We will leave some for you. Don't worry about it.
Captain Boar.
Sent you to die.
Last time.
This guy's mine. Where is he?
Through the Grenier.
The big red marker on your screen. Go right ahead. He's all yours.
Time to go to work.
Level 13.
Your corpse will serve us well.
Ads.
This guy speaks with a slight Russian accent or something like. Straight
Yeah.
to the Grenier.
He does have a Russian accent. He might be Russian. You know? Which I would have to say Russian bias intensifies.
You will join us, one way or another. Oh my queen!
I'm getting hit by. Oh shit.
Oh shit! Ooh, man, I almost fell.
With this,
Yeah, don't respawn. We can revive you. You have a timer for revival.
your corpse will serve us well.
There you go.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay. There's stuff on the ground. Fire on the ground. Fire on the ground. Don't stand on fire. If you ever played World of Warcraft, you get it. Joke.
Yeah. Don't stand on the
stand
fire. Get out of the black spots. Get out of the void zones.
No shit.
You will join us, one
The healer sat in the fire again.
Or fucking the people that stand in the fire. Fucking healer sucks. Let me die.
Oh Jesus.
with this. Oh my queen!
Watch the stand on fire. Stand on fire.
Strike through the Grenier!
Shit. I'm down.
This one
Lieutenant, look.
He's down.
The Ascar's detonator has just disintegrated. It's as if it was directly
Thanks,
connected
Z.
to Vor.
Shoot your
You're
green
done here.
poison at
Go
me.
to extraction.
That's revival.
It's still green and nasty.
Alright.
Hey, you guys took him down. Didn't even notice that.
Yep.
Cool.
So I'll run you all again.
Settle down. That's basically, just so you know, that's basically our catchphrase, is settle down. And it goes way back.
Oh, got it.
Alright, here we go.
Oh, I sliced that guy's legs. I love it.
I'm at the extraction.
I love the melee in this game. I gotta admit, I like the melee a lot. I like the sword play.
Yeah, it's great. There's got a lot of variety of melee weapons, like small two-handed swords, whatever,
Ooh,
large great
I
swords.
wanna do two-handed swords at some point. I gotta upgrade to that.
I think there's a blueprint on the market. It's called. Damn it! I'm gonna look it up. I forgot the name of the sword. It's great. I'm using it, so.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Slip medicine.
Nice.
Hey, I did 25% of the damage. Or 20.
Everybody did about equal damage. That's pretty good.
Yay. Slip magazine as a reward.
You've done it, Tenno. Vors Ascaris is gone. You are free now.
In this game, Z,
But your work
Is there-
has just
Sorry?
begun. The
is there like an
origin
end game with
system
this, or is
in
this like
chaos,
continuous
and it needs
forever
you,
with like
Tenno.
the story?
There are story
Vor was
missions,
just a part
and
of the
they
greater
are
machine.
being
And
developed.
we have
They're
seen
currently
that
in
the
progress.
Vorpals have begun amassing
But
weapons
yeah,
of
there's
their own.
there are no
It is
end
a
credits if
dangerous
that's what
time.
you're asking. There is no end. There is no final mission.
Ordis will gladly
So
assist the operator in
the purpose
cutting
is
a
to basically
blank
like
path
just kind of like
through
level
whatever
up and do the
mission
missions
they choose.
over again, kind of like Left
We
4
will be
Dead
at your side.
or Payday,
There will
where
be
you just
others
kind of
too.
do the
It
missions
is
over and
time
over
for the
again.
Tenno to return.
Well, they are continually upgrading
mission
and
will you
updating the
do
game,
next?
so there are constantly new missions. There's a new open world area called Plains of Eidolon on Earth. I think you should even see it on your star map currently.
Ooh,
There's constant new stuff. The objective of the game for me is just to try to keep up with the amount of content that they produce, which is incredible. And given my lack of free time, they are outpacing me. I have to, I have to try harder.
I'll tell you what. Would you guys be willing to shoot for at least like an hour or two on this every Sunday around 2 o'clock, or the same time that we started today?
For sure.
Yeah.
How about you, Ring? I mean, obviously you don't have to commit, but no, saying like we can try to shoot for every Sunday around 2 o'clock to do maybe an hour or two of this, the same
Try,
way.
yeah.
Obviously, some of us will have stuff that comes up, may not be able to make it every single weekend, but you know we can shoot for it and make it like a regular thing. Our weekly Warframe playthrough.
That would be great. Also, a great thing about this game, it doesn't matter if you outlevel your friends or people you play with, because your actual, like, the mastery rank, the level, it doesn't relate to your power in the game. For example, I'm mastery rank 19, right? But it doesn't matter anyway. It's the weapons and frames that you take with yourself in the mission. And you always have new warframes, always have new weapons to level up from the ground up. So you always have new ways to play with, even with new people. You can always be matched. So it's not like Destiny or The Division, where if you outlevel your friends by just a bit, it becomes mismatched. It's not the case here.
Interesting. Cool. So yeah,
And-
I say we shoot for Sundays around this time.
You guys gonna play some more, or is this it?
I think actually I probably do have to go for right now, and I know Ted was gonna be leaving in half an hour, so I think honestly it's a good wrap up time.
Sure. Okay.
Unfortunately, I mean the most usually I can do is maybe 2-3 hours at a time of games, and then I usually got other stuff to do.
That's fine. That's fine.
But I had a lot of fun though. It was a blast. We got some conversations in. We got some new introductions made, and yeah, for sure. I say we shoot for Sundays around 2. Thank you for coming and showing us the game, and I mean it was a lot of fun. It was good to game with you.
Yeah, I hope it was fun for everybody, because I have a lot of hours in this game, and it's always a pleasure when you introduce somebody to the game and they say, "Hey, this game is actually a lot of fun. How come I didn't heard of it?"
Yeah, nobody introduced me to it. Nobody told me about it.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. It's all over the fucking place. You can't say that shit. Especially when Nitty was like, Warframe!
Hey! Anger, man. Jeez.
No.
Why so angry? Alright.
We've been telling Espionage about this game, and he's just in one ear and out the other.
What are you thinking
Yeah.
about?
Well, in any case, I'm glad we got together and played some of it. How do you guys think it's gonna be fun for you to play some more of it, or are
Yeah.
you excited for some?
I love
We
the
didn't even
melee.
get fun stuff: the relics, the prime parts, the trade, the dojo building.
I'm never taking this pumpkin head off.
Hey, where do I buy that ring? How do I go?
Store, market, and then under the helms for the Warframe bit, whatever.
Market, and then... I don't see anything that says helmets.
It's in there. Hold on. I
Categories:
clicked the game
Warframes, helmets.
right. Yeah.
Categories, there we go.
AFK.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy this and log off. Where's that damn...
Oh yeah. If you guys have a minute or two, don't forget to do master rank tests so you can be master rank 1. It's master rank 2. You unlock trade, so you can trade with other players.
That's awesome. And there is a PvP to this as well? An optional
Yeah,
thing?
it's called Conclave. I've never played this aside from that event I talked about earlier, where you can snowball other players during Christmas. But other than that, yeah, there's Conclave, but I never really paid attention to it. And as far as I understand, not many people do. So
I don't see his pumpkin head helmet, that's alright. I don't have enough of those to buy it anyway. That's alright, I gotta run. Alright, well I will see you gentlemen later. Thanks again,
Sure.
D. Catch you later. Take it easy. Also, settle down.
so, likewise, man. See you later.
Have a good one.